Hi, my name is Bridget Faith, and I decided to do my book review on the Freedom Writers. It's a diary that is made up of entries from a young teacher and her students from 1994 to 1998 in Long Beach, California, in Woodrow Wilson High School. It was a newly integrated high school, and she knew that it would be a challenge, but she wasn't sure how much of a challenge it was going to be. These students were coming from all sorts of different backgrounds. Some of the worst were coming from gang-related uh, backgrounds with a bunch of violence. Some people had lost really close friends and family members due to it. And because of this, teachers saw them as rejects. People have given up on their education, and about 150 freshmen were sent to Mrs. Gruhl's classroom, and teachers sent these students there, and it was more or less, good luck and try teaching them, but they were hopeless in the other teachers' eyes. And she wanted to teach them that just because, you come from these backgrounds and you're seen as people who can't get an education, you can use your experiences, your life experiences that no one else has ever experienced, and put it into this, brilliant writing, and express your feelings, and it sort of gives an insight in your life, and maybe it could eliminate, the racism and intolerance that other people had for people with this kind of situation. Um, they were called the Freedom Writers because she wanted them to learn about the civil rights and teenagers that were going through different things back when schools were being newly integrated, and there was a civil rights activist group called the Freedom Riders, Riders, and they were drivers for buses. They were driving integrated buses in the South in about 1961 when integration was really new. Um, this book sort of touched me in a different way that I, didn't expect. Miss Gruhl made a great, um, it's not just for the students that have a hard time with violence and, you know, have a rough background. It's for everyone. And she made a list of, things that it's she called it her secret sauce, sort of like this mixture of things that you need to do to create a great environment for your students. And it lists 1 through 12. And the first one, believe in your students. The next one, break down comfort zones, establish a safe environment, validate prior knowledge, motivate your students, encourage collaboration, teach tolerance, promote diversity, create community, build bridges, expect accountability, and celebrate success, which I believe is one of the most important ones because they did break a great barrier. Um, and I believe a couple of the most important ones on this is teach tolerance because that's really what they were struggling with in the first place. Um, she actually had a teacher tell her that her students were too stupid to read a book from cover to cover, which, if I were a teacher and I was told that my students were stupid, I would not only want to prove them wrong, but, um, make the students realize that they don't have to feel that way about themselves just because, somebody says that doesn't, mean that's exactly, it's not a set in stone sort of mold. Um, and also another one, establish a safe environment. That was what was the most important. They didn't feel comfortable writing for her in the first place about like the experiences that they were having, so she gave each of them a journal and they poured their hearts and souls into them, and I believe that's one of the things that I would want to have for my students, like let them be who they want to be in that classroom. I'm an art education major, and I believe that it's more than important to express creativity, and that is all. It was a fantastic book, and I really do suggest it, and not just to watch the movie. So thank you for watching.